PMP General Reviewer Number 2. PMP or Project Management Professional is an internationally recognized professional designation offered by the Project Management Institute or PMI. As of March 2018, there are 833,025 active PMP certified individuals and 286 charter chapters across 210 countries and territories worldwide. This reviewer is intended for those who are planning to take the PMP certification exam. The PMP certification exam is based on the PMI Project Management Body of Knowledge or PMBOK. There are 25 reviewer questions featured in this video. These reviewer questions are all based on the PMBOK. In proceeding with this reviewer video, the correct answer is revealed 3 to 5 seconds after each question. You may be given more time for questions requiring computations or analysis of charts, graphs, tables, drawings, or illustrations. You are encouraged to attempt to answer each question and record your correct or wrong answer on a piece of paper or on your smartphone. If you need time to prepare for the recording and checking of your answers, please press the pause button now and then press the play button whenever you are ready. Before you proceed, please take time to read the following disclaimer. Let's begin.
The project scope baseline consists of the following. A. The scope management plan, the scope statement, and the WBS dictionary. B. The scope statement, the WBS, and the WBS dictionary. C. The scope management plan, the scope statement, and the WBS. D. The scope management plan, the WBS, and the WBS dictionary. The correct answer is B. The scope statement, the WBS, and the WBS dictionary.
If earned value is $550, actual cost is $650, and planned value is $600, what is the cost variance? A. 50, B. minus 50, C. 100, D. minus 100. The correct answer is D. minus 100. To get the answer, apply the formula for cost variance, which is earned value minus actual cost or CV equals EV minus AC. Note that planned value is also provided in this question but is not needed in solving this problem. This was just to confuse you.
A project is severely delayed and the project manager is trying his best to bring it back on schedule. To expedite the work, he has added more resources and is working overtime to complete the project earlier. All of the following could be possible outcome as a result of project crashing except A. Increase in project cost. B. Increase in project risk. C. Decrease in morale of team members. D. Increase in rewards and recognition. The correct answer is D. Increase in rewards and recognition. PMI doesn't advocate rewarding team members if they need to work overtime due to poor planning. It is important to reward only desirable behavior. However, crashing a project could result in higher project cost and/or risks and/or lower team morale.
As a project manager, you are assigned to a project that has been outsourced. The next step is to organize a formal bidding process and select the vendor for the project. You own stock in one of the vendor companies who participated in the bidding process. What is the best course of action for you? A. Get the vendor company selected for the project. B. Keep the information to yourself. C. Tell your manager and remove yourself from the vendor selection committee. D. Ask other members of the selection committee to select your vendor company. The correct answer is C. Tell your manager and remove yourself from the vendor selection committee.
As a part of stakeholder management, all of the following are acceptable management practices to be followed by project managers except: A. Identify all the stakeholders and capture them in project team directory. B. Give preference to stakeholders over customer in case of difference of interest. C. Communicate to the stakeholders all relevant information about the project. D. Ensure stakeholders' expectations are aligned and gain support for the project. The correct answer is B. Give preference to stakeholders over customer in case of difference of interest. In case of differences, it should be generally resolved in favor of the customer or organization who would use the project's product or service.
You have been assigned as a project manager of a newly initiated project and of 5 team members. There is a project sponsor, Mr. Devira, and a technical architect who will be involved only during the planning stage. This project is for an external customer. How many communication channels are possible in your project? A. 28, B. 36, C. 72, D. Cannot be determined since project is in the initiation stage. The correct answer is B. 36. This is directly based on the formula, the quantity n times n-1 divided by 2, where n is the number of stakeholders in the project. The project has 5 team members, a sponsor, technical architect, external customer, and the project manager himself. Hence, the total number of stakeholders, or n, is equal to 9. Therefore, the total possible communication channels is the quantity 9 times 9 minus 1, divided by 2, or 36.
The primary communication skill the project manager will use in working with the functional manager is: A. Negotiation, B. Team building, C. Public relations, D. Problem solving. The correct answer is A. Negotiation. To work with the functional manager, the best communication skill that the project manager should exercise is negotiation. The project manager may have to negotiate with the functional manager for human resources, schedules, and deadlines.
A project team is working on the network diagram of a project and wants to determine the float of a project activity. Which of the following is the correct formula? A. Early start minus late finish. B. Late finish minus late start. C. Early start minus early finish. D. Late finish minus early finish or late start minus early start. The correct answer is D. Late finish minus early finish or late start minus early start. Float is calculated by subtracting either the early finish, EF, from the late finish, LF, or the early start, ES, from the late start, LS. That is, float for an activity equals LS minus ES or LF minus EF.
You have just started administering a contract when management decides to terminate the contract. What should you do first? A. Go back to solicitation. B. Go back to solicitation planning. C. Go to contract closeout. D. Finish contract administration. The correct answer is C. Go to contract closeout. You should look at closing the contract and seeking help from the legal and contracts departments of the company. You should also let the management know of the repercussions.
A key responsibility of the project manager is to ensure proper assimilation of the project management processes and coordinate the process phases through the project management cycle. This ensures that all areas of the project come together to deliver the project to a successful conclusion. This involves balancing the basic aspects of scope, cost, and schedule in addition to managing quality, communication, and customer satisfaction. The role of a project manager can be best described as A. Communicator, B. Differentiator, C. Integrator, D. Leader. The correct answer is C. Integrator. The role of a project manager is to combine all of the above options. However, the one that is most critical to project success is that of an integrator. A project manager is expected to integrate the project management processes and coordinate the process phases through the project management cycle to ensure that all areas of the project come together to deliver a successful conclusion. Integration involves not only pulling up all aspects of project management like scope, cost, schedule, quality, and communication for your project needs, but also working with other departments like legal, human resources, training, contract administration, and information technology which are impacted by your project.
Which of the following contract types would incur the most cost risk for the buyer? A. Cost plus award fee. B. Cost plus fixed fee. C. Cost plus incentive fee. D. Cost plus percentage of cost. The correct answer is D. Cost plus percentage of cost. Cost plus award fee contracts pay a fee based upon the contractor's work performance. In some contracts, the fee is determined subjectively by an awards fee board, whereas in others the fee is based upon objective performance metrics. Cost plus fixed fee contracts pay a predetermined fee that was agreed upon at the time of contract formation. In a cost plus incentive fee contract, a larger fee is awarded for contracts which meet or exceed performance targets including cost savings. Cost plus percentage of cost contracts pay a fee that rises as the contractor's costs rise. Since this contract type provides no incentive for the contractor to control costs, it is rarely utilized and is most risky for the buyer.
A project in a large construction company is in chaos. It has already reached the execution phase. The project team is not clear on who's in charge of the project. Who is the key person responsible for giving clarity to the team? A. Customer. B. Project manager. C. Functional manager. D. Project sponsor. The correct answer is D. Project sponsor. A project sponsor is the one who designates the project manager in the project charter and also authorizes a project manager to use project resources for the project. Therefore, he is the one who needs to provide clarity to the team about the project manager in case there is confusion.
A project manager wants to monitor the performance of a process. She set up thresholds for this purpose, and any observation beyond a threshold would trigger a root cause analysis and corrective preventive actions. This is an example of A. Specification limits. B. Control limits. C. Tolerances. D. Pareto charts. The correct answer is B. Control limits. Tolerances or specification limits are customer-specified limitations. These limits are meant for the purpose of controlling the process, hence they are control limits.
A team is complaining that every quality audit and variable audits their module, but other modules are not audited at the same frequency. What is the best explanation that can be provided? A module may get audited more because it is the most critical. B. A module gets audited more frequently because it has maximum issues. C. Modules to be audited are picked up based on the quality management plan. D. Next time, we shall make sure that all modules get audited at the same frequency. The correct answer is C. Modules to be audited are picked up based on the quality management plan. The logic for selecting modules for audit should be outlined in the quality management plan and should be followed.
Which of the following is a tool and technique for the determine budget process? A. Parametric estimation. B. Monte Carlo analysis. C. Funding limit reconciliation. D. Delphi technique. The correct answer is C. Funding limit reconciliation. Funding limit reconciliation is one of the techniques used in the determine budget process.
What does PRINCE stand for? A. Projects in controlled environment. B. Processes in controlled environment. C. Partnership in controlled environment. D. Projects in collateral environment. The correct answer is A. Projects in controlled environment. It's another popular project management methodology.
Which of the following would not be part of cost of conformance? A. Appraisal cost. B. Cost of training. C. Internal failure cost. D. Prevention cost. The correct answer is C. Internal failure cost. Internal failure cost, including failure found by the project internally like rework and scrap, are not part of the cost of conformance. All the failure costs, including external failure costs, are referred to as the cost of poor quality. Remember, the cost of conformance denotes the money spent during the project to avoid failures.
Rolling wave planning is a form of progressive elaboration planning where the work to be accomplished in the near term is planned in detail and future work is planned at a higher level of the WBS. Which process uses rolling wave planning as a tool and technique? A. Define activities. B. Develop schedule. C. Estimate activity resources. D. Sequence activities. The correct answer is A. Define activities. The define activities process uses rolling wave planning as a tool and technique.
You are listing down the possible reasons that can cause scope change in your project. Which one of the following will not be a valid reason for scope change? A. A change in the design because new technology needs to be implemented. B. Change in the estimation approach from top down to bottom up. C. Customer has changed the specifications for the deliverables. D. Change in government regulations. The correct answer is B. Change in the estimation approach from top down to bottom up. All of the options stated above will have impact on the scope, but change in the estimation approach from top down to bottom up will not have any impact on the change to the scope.
You are aware that filtering happens while the message is communicated between sender and receiver. What is not considered as one of the causes of filtering? A. Culture. B. Distance. C. Language. D. Semantics. The correct answer is B. Distance. Of all the stated options, distance is not considered as one of the causes for filtering.
Whose job is it to determine the priorities among projects in a company? A. Project manager. B. Project team. C. Senior management. D. Sponsor. The correct answer is C. Senior management. Senior management is the one that determines the project priorities, and it is their responsibility to determine the priorities among projects in an organization.
Which activity from the following should a project manager perform when confronted with a situation in which a payment to facilitate an activity is advised by a liaison agent for a project with a foreign destination country? A. Make the payment. B. Do not make the payment. C. Insist for documentation. D. Seek legal advice to ensure that the payment is not a bribe. The correct answer is D. Seek legal advice to ensure that the payment is not a bribe. When a project manager is not clear about the business processes in a foreign country, it is necessary to seek legal advice to make sure that such payments are legitimate and not construed as a bribe or illegal practices.
During which procurement process are contract negotiations done? A. Plan procurements. B. Conduct procurements. C. Control procurements. D. Close procurements. The correct answer is B. Conduct procurements. Contract negotiation to select the seller is done as a part of the conduct procurements process. Please note that questions like this are common in the exam.
Which of the following is a disadvantage of a projectized organization? A. Better communication. B. Loyalty to the project. C. Efficient project organization. D. No home after project completion. The correct answer is D. No home after project completion. The other three options are advantages of a projectized organization. Since projectized organizations are organized by project, they are efficient in terms of project organization. Also, there is loyalty to the project and communication across project is good. In a functional organization, team members work on project in addition to their regular functional work and they get confused on what to do.
Tannenbaum and Schmidt's continuum of possible leadership behavior identifies 4 main styles of leadership by the manager. What are they? A. Tells, helps, joins and leads. B. Tells, sells, consults, and joins. C. Commands, sells, consults and resists. D. Commands, helps, joins and leads. The correct answer is B. Tells, sells, consults, and joins. This is a dummy question. You can see such questions in the PMI exam whose terminology is known or similar to PMBOK, but are included in the PMI exam to judge the difficulty level.
How did you fare in this short test? Did you get at least 80% of the correct answers? Don't worry too much if you did not do so well. Just keep on reviewing. Watch this video and take the short test again sometime in the near future until you get a perfect score every time. Check out our other available PMP Reviewer videos and playlists. Please like if you find this reviewer video useful. Feel free to share it too. Don't forget to subscribe to Review Central channel on YouTube so you won't miss out on newly published reviewer videos and playlists.